Hi everyone, it's Eric, and it's time for your week-free America's Got Talent recap. First up are the Brown Brothers. They are a comedy, music, and impression duo, and they're really, really great. The impressions were spot on, and they can sing really well to boot. Most of all, I'm just happy that their backstory of both being on the spectrum wasn't used for inspiration porn. I could have done without the high functioning label, as most people in the autistic community don't use that label, but they said it to describe themselves, so it's fine, I guess. One of my friends that I texted about the show said it was the best act ever on AGT, and I can't say that they were, but they're definitely one of my two favorite acts of the season so far. Next up, Max Ostler is a dancer from Australia. He's great, but I don't know dance, so I'm not really a good judge. Mostly I just like the song choice. Anytime I hear James Arthur on TV, it's a win for me. Blade to Blade or a knife throwing act, and I don't watch this type of act, so I'm sorry. Jack Williams is a ventriloquist from TikTok, and in a normal season, I would have been really impressed by this act. But unfortunately, Celia blows him out of the water. Pun intended. Sarah James is a singer in Simon Cowell's Golden Buzzer this year, and for once on America's Got Talent, Simon Cowell's Golden Buzzer goes to an act purely based on their talent. She's really great. And obviously a plant, who has won other shows already. But again, at this point, who isn't a plant? Alexander is a contortion act, and I skipped it as a result, and I'm apologizing that I can't pronounce the last name. Urban Crew is a dance crew that was on Asia's Got Talent. They're great, obviously, but it's nothing I haven't seen before. This type of act worked better as World Taekwondo demonstration, and even then, that act didn't win. Harper Akudama is a kid metal singer from the UK. It's a fun gimmick, but that's as far as it really goes. A standing ovation for this is yet another death of the standing ovation moment. But the standing ovation has been dead for years on this show. Hayden Crystal is a deaf comedian. Again, not true to the inspiration porn, thank God. I was annoyed when Simon addressed the interpreter so much because that's typically the interpreter is not there to be part of the act. The interpreter is there to help the act. Other than that, though, the segment was handled really well. And most importantly, I think that Hayden was really, really funny. The last joke about the gorilla, I just won't die scared, was a great joke. Best stand-up comedian I've seen on the show since Ryan D. Miller, easily. And last but not least, the NFL Players Choir, or as the name suggests, a choir of former NFL players. They are okay, but clearly not good enough to be the first choir to win this show. And that's it for your AGT recap, but stay tuned because Grace is going to have some contestant news.
Hello everyone, this is Grace here with some contestant news. I kind of got this idea over the weekend. I know Eric has been doing it sporadically during our other podcasts, but Adam and I are taking the summer off. There's still news to find. So the top story for the week, of course, is the Tony Awards were this past weekend. And American Idol alum and Voice UK winning coach and Voice USA former coach Jennifer Hudson has become the 17th person and second Black woman to achieve EGOT status, winning an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and this past weekend a Tony for her work in Best Musical winner A Strange Loop. She is one of many, many producers. There's also RuPaul, there's Billy Porter, there's a long list of producers. The musical is about a Black queer writer writing a musical about a Black queer writer writing a musical about a Black queer writer. I've personally never seen it, but I have heard nothing but praise for it, and it won Best Musical, so hopefully I'll have a chance to check it out, and I really hope you do as well. For those of you who don't know, I'm actually a huge musical lover. Some other show news. As many of you know, Matthew Morrison, otherwise known as Mr. Shu from Glee, was fired from his seat at the judges' table on So You Think You Can Dance. Apparently he was doing some inappropriate things with contestants. That's all I'm going to say right now. So he will be replaced by Dancing with the Stars season 17 semifinalist Leah Remini, who, since when, is coming in 5th place on Dancing with the Stars, Qualify You as a Dancer. Like, I get it. They had to scramble to find somebody at the last minute, probably somebody who's already on Fox's payroll just to make it easy. But Nigel Lythgo's already there. He's a producer. Put him back on. I don't know. That show's been on its last legs for years, and it took 2 years off because of COVID, so we'll see how this goes. Leah will join Twitch, who is a So You Think You Can Dance alum and former DJ on Ellen, and current Dancing with the Stars runner-up JoJo Siwa, who a lot of people also don't like, but teach them. Also, for So You Think You Can Dance, Dancing with the Stars pro champion Alan Burston, who got his start on that show, is slated to come back as a choreographer at some point. Not sure when, not sure what we'll see, but definitely stay tuned for that. Switching over to some Dancing with the Stars news, I have a couple pieces of news. Dancing with the Stars pro champion, 6-time champion Derek Huff and his girlfriend Haley finally got engaged. Congratulations to them. They've had a beautiful Instagram post, so go ahead and check that out. And season 25 winner Jordan Fisher and his wife Ellie had their first child, a little boy named Riley William. And congratulations to them. If their son could share a fraction of his smile, could share a fragment of his mind, look out world, that would be enough. If you get that reference, you're cool. And Carrie-Ann Inaba, my least favorite judge, has confirmed that she will be back for season 31. Derek and Bruno confirmed their return a little bit ago. Len we're not sure about, but I am assuming he'll be back as well, but who knows. One person we are not sure about is the host, of course, Ms. Tyra Banks. And season 30 finalist Cody Rigsby had some interesting things to say about Ty Ty. He did an interview with Us Weekly. And he was asked, what his thoughts were on Tyra. He said that she is polarizing. Correct. And she's one of those figures that you either love or you hate. And a lot of people are blaming her for the reason the show is moving to Disney+. I'm not going to go quite that far. I don't think she's helping the show at all. I think she is hurting the show. And with the firing of the executive producer who fired Tom Bergeron, anything could happen. And apparently she is difficult to get along with behind the scenes, which is a problem. But she's also an executive producer, so I don't know if she can get fired at this point. I really hope she does, though. Because I don't like the direction she's taking the show in. And I really didn't like her as a host, but we'll see. Carrie-Ann said she wants Tyra back, but she kind of has to say that, doesn't she? I don't know. Cody was also asked who he would like to see on Dancing with the Stars, and he suggested a drag queen. I think that would be fun. I know Australia had Courtney Act as part of their first ever same-sex couple, which I think using a drag queen is kind of a loophole. But they did really, really well. They were the highest score every week except for one, and they ended up coming in second place. And I do expect after JoJo did so well last season that we will see more same-sex couples on the show. But we'll have to wait until August when rumors start to fly and announcements start to come out on who we're going to see dancing. A little bit of American Idol news, not a lot. Benson Boone, who dropped out a couple years ago, he put out a single called Ghost Town, and it was certified gold. So congratulations to him. He's releasing some new music. And that pretty much wraps it up. If any of you have any contestant news, my Twitter handle will be in the description. It's reality2_Grace. Or also the podcast page. It's at Reality Hour Pod. I'm running it at least until Thanksgiving. So if any of you have any contestant news from anyone from any show that we followed or don't follow, I've followed a lot of shows. So send that our way and maybe I'll feature you in the next video.
Thanks for watching. See you next week.